Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Financial Survival, sponsored by Discount Gold and Silver Trading. I'm Melody Cedarstrom. Today is Wednesday, February 11th, 2009. And again, thank you for joining us. I'm Melody Cedarstrom, and you are listening to Financial Survival. 1-800-375-4188 for all your gold and silver coin needs. And, of course, questions for the program today. We have a few, but we could always use a few more. You can direct them to discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. That is discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. Take a moment to visit our website at discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. There's radio programs that you can listen to, articles to read, and lots of material regarding gold and silver coins at discountgoldandsilvertrading.net. And, of course, you can email us directly from there, or you can use discountgoldandsilver@yahoo.com. Best thing, pick up that telephone, 800-375-4188. Gold today. Now, I said yesterday, to have a great day in gold, it has to go up $70, $80, $100. So we've had another good day today in gold, up $23.80 in the spot market, $940.10. We're currently at, and it is off its lows for the day. Silver is up 39 at $13.56. Platinum is up $35 at $1,073. And, of course, you have palladium up $2 at $218. It's pretty much a green day in everything except for crude oil. And gold coin prices, the mint state coins. I just want to go over a few to show you what they've done since a week ago. A week ago, you had gold around 901. Today, we're looking at 940. And when I did this, spot at the time was 945. So we're looking at about a 4.5% increase. Mint State 64 cents, they're up 6% for a week. The lower grades, some of them are up 7.5% and 8%. And there isn't any below 5%. In fact, I don't see any that's below 6%. So a good week in the $20 gold pieces. And I went back to May of last year when gold was 900. And so we had a 40. If you look from, it was May 28th. The gold was 900. So basically that's a $40 rise throughout that time period. Mint State 64 cents, we talk about them often on the program. They're up 52% with a $40 gain. They're up 52%. 63 cents, they're up 51%. 6110 Liberties, they're up 37%. And I don't believe there's any of them that are below 30% on a gain in gold of 4%. So this is why you buy the $20 gold pieces. This is why you listen to us. And this is why you call Discount Gold and Silver at 800-375-4188. Chapman of the International Forecaster is joining us today. He's editor and publisher of the newsletter, and a good newsletter it is. Good afternoon, Bob.
Well, good afternoon. I'm too busy to talk.
Hey, great prices on coins, right? Great performance.
Well, if people listened, they made a lot of money. And this happens over and over and over and over again. And I hope you all listened.
I mean,
I hope you were all in there buying.
You know what?
You know, I hear from these people, they're going to time the market, and they're looking at these idiotic charts and waves and cycles, and they've missed the market again. They're idiots. Very frustrating for us. You buy and you hold. If you can buy on dips, that's fine. One of the dips, I don't know, and nobody else does. But you get long and you stay long. And look what happened. Look at the money that people are making. We get meatheads out there trying to figure out the market when they can't even figure out their own budget. What you going to say, Melody?
You know what 60 selling for today? They're selling for almost $1,800.
They should be.
Yep. They should be a lot
and very
higher.
shortly they'll be $5,000.
Yep.
And then they'll go to 10. And these meatballs will be sitting there listening to these false prophets and chartists and all of these other dingbats who have had to put up with for 50 years, who are wrong time after time after time, and we are right time after time after time. We've been calling this gold market correctly every single day. Never mind by month or 6 months or a year. It doesn't get any better than that.
Patience was the key. And still is.
You're right.
And it still is.
You're right. And some of the stocks haven't moved. That's okay. They will, as long as I get the goods. And you're going to have some losers. That can't be helped, especially in the juniors and exploration stocks. But that's just the way it is. You can't be right all the time. So don't be hard on yourself. But don't wait. Look what it's costing you. I had one woman the other day. She had gone into some coins and stocks. Some chartist told her that she shouldn't have them. She sold them out. Today she came back in to buy them and paid 25-30% more. I mean, what goes on in people's heads? I mean, how much simpler can I make it? Anyway, enough berating of our poor people out there who... it's very frustrating at times.
It is, especially when you listen to what went on in Washington today.
These are criminals with ties and suits on.
Yes.
I never saw such lying and arrogance. And, if you don't pay us the bonuses, we're going to quit. And you know what my answer is?
Quit?
Here's my pen. Here's a piece of paper. Resign now. We don't need you. There's plenty of jobs available for you in New York City on the maintenance crews. They'll be glad to have you. I mean, where do these people get off? There's millions of bright people out there that can do what they're doing. They have a cult there. I fought them for 28 years. They hated me because I would call them all the time on all the bad things they were doing, and they didn't want to know about it. And they've been doing it for centuries. These guys are crooks, and they shouldn't get another dime, and they shouldn't get a dime in the first place, and they should let all those banks and broker firms and insurance companies go under. This is going to lead nowhere. All they're doing is gaining time until they can plan their next war. And you can make sure their kids won't be in it. They'll be at Harvard and Yale, two universities that give an undergraduate degree in Yale and a master's degree at Harvard to Caligula, that moron who for 8 years ran our government, or at least was the titular head of our government. How anybody could even think of sending their bright children to those schools, I couldn't imagine. I mean, it doesn't get any lower than that. I'm glad I don't have that choice again. Incidentally, I was accepted to Harvard when I was in the 9th grade. They had a program then that took the brightest kids. Of course, I never went there. The Army interceded. But anyway, I got some questions here. And here we go. This is from Chris.
Let me just make this comment first, Bob. You know what, Bob?
Okay.
Yeah, you got the crooks up there in the suits and ties, but look who are the ones that are interrogating them. Other crooks. They're just as bad. The politicians sitting there are just as bad.
I'm thinking of writing an article about the CFTC and the SEC, and they're talking about giving them criminal powers, and that's not the answer. The answer is they should remain an administrative organization, each of them, and they should be run by people who have nothing to do with government and nothing to do with the stock brokerage or commodities industries. You know, attorneys and accountants from Kansas City and Washington State, or people who are not involved, who are honest,